Always wanted to invest in the stock market but don't know how? Stick around to just see how easy it is to get started.
Why you not here with me? Can you break bread with me? Why you swing bone? I was like, oh,
How's it going, guys? Ryan here and welcome to another episode of Stock Market Basics, where I show you how to get started on the stock market, how to start your investing journey. It's a really common misconception that investing in the stock market's really hard. You see all the old school Wall Street type movies and videos, people making lots of phone calls, dealing with brokers, that sort of stuff, and they make it look extremely difficult, but in fact it's only a few clicks of a button and you're well on the way to making money on the stock market. Now, I'm going to start off with saying the best thing for you to do before you even think about investing in the stock market is to educate yourself. There's so much free content online, including my videos, which show you how to get off on the right foot, understand the basics of the market. There's so many programs which allow you to effectively invest on the stock market in real time without having to put any actual money on the line. These will essentially allow you to facilitate your own training and get a bit of exposure, get a bit of experience on how to start investing. And make sure you follow lots of people online that are investors or financial gurus and that sort of thing, because they provide an absolute wealth of information for free. You don't need to sign up to people who are selling their programs and that sort of thing to understand how to get into the stock market. Even better, find someone you know who already invests and they might lend a helping hand and be a mentor for you. A lot of people lose out on the stock market pretty quickly because they take investment advice from people who have absolutely no idea what they're doing. It's usually from friends and family, unfortunately, who say, hey, buy this stock. They don't know what they're doing. You don't know what you're doing. You put your money in and you lose it all. So you really need to make sure you keep yourself safe, and the best way to do that is through education. So when you're finally ready to start investing, how do you do it? What do you do? Well, it's quite simple really. You just need to get in touch with a broker. A few examples would be NabTrade, CommSec, eToro, Open Markets, and set up an account with them. It's relatively simple. Most of this stuff can be done all online. I personally trade with CommSec and the entire process was online. Nice, easy and simple. When you set up an account with them, you're effectively setting up a trading account, which is basically a small bank account. So you deposit your money into that account, and essentially what you do then is you use the platform, whatever that may be. So me using CommSec, for instance, I'll access the CommSec application on my phone or on my computer. I can browse through stocks, I can see the prices, and the money that's currently existing in that account I can use to buy shares. And it's simple. You essentially have your account set up, you log in, you deposit money from your bank account, so it's like a simple bank transfer situation. And then once the money appears in your account, or even beforehand, you can start buying shares. When you're buying the shares themselves, there's a few main things you need. You'll need the stock code of the share, so you can look that up in the search engine within it. You'll need to know the quantity of shares you want to purchase, and you'll want to be buying either at market price or setting a target price that you want to buy your shares at. So for instance, you might see a share for 25 cents and you want to purchase it for 24.5 cents. Now what you do is you'd set your target price to purchase shares at 24.5 cents, and eventually, hopefully, fingers crossed, a seller would come through and sell the shares for that price, and then you would effectively fill your buy order and own those shares. It's the exact same situation when you're trying to sell your shares. You'll pick a price, so 26 cents for instance. You'll set that as your target, or you can sell the shares at the current market value. That's essentially the process to setting it up. But one thing you want to really look for is different features on the various platforms. So what drew me to Consec was that it had a really good functioning app. Everything was simple and easy to use. You got charts, you got indicators, you've got lots of different information, and it's very easily accessible on all devices and simple to use, understand, and update. Now, before you start putting your money into shares willy-nilly, you really want to determine what do you want to invest in, what's your strategy going to be. So do you want to invest in blue chip companies which will pay you out dividends? Do you want to invest in an ETF, an exchange traded fund, which is essentially a collection of shares generally in the same sort of market? So for instance, the lithium ETF is companies like Tesla, companies like Altura Mining, anything to do with lithium. Another option is penny stock trading. So you're investing in shares which are relatively low value, often under $1. Generally, a penny stock is anything under $5. It's not worth too much, and it's pretty volatile. So it's very liquid, but the price goes up and down very quickly and in large volumes. One key thing you really need to consider is, are you doing the short-term in and out trading, or are you going to do the long-term investing? Because that's what will essentially determine what you're putting your money in. So for instance, if you're investing in something like Tesla, you might be putting your money in the long term. You can see this being a very successful company in the future. And as a result, you're going to just buy a chunk and then hold them. You're not going to do anything. You're just going to let the dividends and the money roll in. You're not going to sell it, or if you do, you're going to wait until it appreciates to a certain value before doing so. If you're trading, you probably want to be looking at things more like penny stocks, because you want to be in and out, but you also want to be making a good amount of money at the same time. So this would really require you to be focusing on the trading itself, and sometimes that's really hard to do when you've got something like a full-time job and you can't constantly be looking at the price of the shares. There's plenty of ways to monitor them without having to look at them. I've made a few videos on this in my stock market basics tutorials. Please check them out. You can set up indicators or notifications on your phone that will alert you to changes in price and that sort of thing. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'm going to leave some examples of the various platforms that can be used to trade. As I said, I trade with Consec. They're by no means sponsoring this video at all, but it's the platform that I've found very easy to use, and I feel like anyone could really pick that up. Now, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. I hope you did. Comment if you'd like to see any other videos. If you have any questions on how to get started trading, let me know. I'm more than happy to help you out. And for more content, subscribe. So, hope you have an awesome day. Happy trading and get going. Cheers.
Why you not here with me?